Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel, and we are tasting our way through this World Whiskey Advent Calendar. And we are at day 16, so it's moving right along. I am doing these tastings blind, so I don't know what's in the bottle, but I pour it out, I nose it, I taste it, I give you my thoughts, and see if I can put together some sort of profile or character or something to suggest where it might come from, what it might be. And sometimes I do okay and get a couple things, and other times it's just embarrassing. For example, I have missed 3 rye whiskeys from various parts of the world when I sort of fancied myself a rye specialist. So there you go. The record is clear. So we're going to pop into hole 16 here and pull out the sample and see what I can find out about this one. This is giving us more trouble than usual, but there, top's off. I'm going to pour it without looking at the label. Kind of light. And I'll put the bottle over here so I can't see the label while I'm going through the motions here of the nosing and tasting. Oh, very different. Oh wow, I'm going to have to come up with a bunch of notes and flavors and aromas I don't usually say. This will be very interesting. It's very light. On the nose, I'm getting light, fruity, sweet, creamy, without really knowing any specifics about what I'm saying. I can't identify a fruit. What kind of creamy is it? Let's see if I can pick it apart. Can't identify the fruit I'm thinking of. There's an aspect of it that's like those fluffy circus peanut candies, and that doesn't sound very appealing or attractive, but it's not a negative. It's just a sweet note. It's some sort of fluffy, creamy thing that's overall kind of pleasant. Not getting any clue about the ABV. Can't tell if it's malt, if it's what kind of grain it might be. Might be some sort of wine cask finish that's imparting some sort of light, fruity flavors and aromas. But I sure don't pick out the origin of the grain that's in here based on the smell. Very pleasant, very nice, very different. Typically, definitely abnormal. So that is pleasant and nice. I hope it tastes that way. Well, then I really won't know what to say. Okay, let's go in for the taste. Very sweet in a fruity sort of way. Still have no clue about the grain that it might be. I don't know if this is from corn or barley or wheat. Let me go out on a limb and say it's not a rye. There are no rye notes in here. And I'm thinking that it's high in my brain activity. Definitely a sweetness, kind of a fruitiness, but what the fruit is hard to explain. It's not a tartness or an acidity with it, so it's not like a orange or citrus or a kiwi, or it's a non-acidic, sweet, light fruit. Really can't tell a graininess. There's no cereal notes. It's sweet. It's inoffensive. It's not syrupy sweet. It's not too sweet. There might be little hints of vanilla, cream, something else that's pleasant. Any kind of spiciness. Is it very faintly clovey, cinnamon, that sort of thing, but that's pretty faint also. So it's complex in a way and simple in a way. Everything's muted and in the background except for that fruitiness that's up front. And it's not a punch you in the face syrupy sweetness, it's an ambiguous fruity sweetness. I still can't guess the ABV from even the tasting. I guess 40, 43 is the max I would say. This is really interesting. Doesn't recall any Japanese, doesn't recall any other world whiskeys that I'm familiar with. Nothing in the US comes to mind from tasting this. I'm going to make faces and scream when I read this label. There's a first little hint of a really light malt. It is not complex. It's not real malty, but I'm thinking it could be some sort of Scotch or Scotch style. Very light malt. A little fruity from some sort of wine, white wine cask. Something light and fruity still. And it's really coloring the flavor. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. No peat, no smoke, no. Yeah, it might be a little bit of saltiness or marine. It's not very marine. It's just salt. And that's very faint. That's just a hint. Just around the edges. So maybe I'll add a little water, see if anything changes. So I'll see if that changes the nose or changes the taste. I'd say more fruity. If it really changed. That's the direction. A little fresher, turned up the volume on the fruitiness a little bit. Palate got tamped down on the fruitiness. There's still creamy hint of malt. It's not a big change. This is easy to drink, it's inoffensive, it's not too sweet for people that don't like sweet things, but it's fruity. So this is, I think I've got it nailed down. I just don't know where it's from or why someone would make it this way. It's atypical of all the whiskeys I've been trying and drinking. So here's the big reveal. Brenne. Pardon my French. Cuvée Spéciale. French single malt whiskey, 40% by volume. So I've heard the Whisky Vault guys, Rex and Daniel, talk about this and they just say sweet, 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 sweet. So it was hard to pick up any maltiness in here. And I don't know what the title is, or if it's a special expression, or if it's just their normal stuff. But they have a lot of words for Brenne, and it's all too sweet, too sweet, too sweet. So I'll do more research on that particular expression or name and see if it's something special or if it's just their normal stuff. So I've been wanting to buy this, and now I don't have to. I know what it tastes like. Yes, I like it. It's inoffensive, and I don't need to buy a bottle. So that will wrap this one up. So if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below, or a thumbs down if that's appropriate. But please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below if you want to comment on this. And come around again for more blind tastings as we finish up this whiskey advent calendar in the next few days. So Merry Christmas, and that's all for now.